Guys, you are welcome to this very part, the second part of the insole making. Right away, we are going to couple the insole to have a perfect insole. But lest I forget, we have an important part of the insole which I didn't mention previously. That is the sock. What is the sock? The sock is the cushioning material that we use inside the insole to either make your feet soft or to make it comfortable for the wearer, because the high heel is in need of such material. Very important, because you'll be using either the nail or you use a screw to drive into the heel, so you have to consider what will give you cushioning material inside. So the sock is a very good alternative. I'll be showing you how we develop the sock pattern as well. Since we are done with the insole pattern, which I have here, the pattern for the insole, we'll now go ahead to cut them, create the insole, then create the sock material that we're using on the insole as well. Just come with us as we continue from this very part. I hope you enjoy and learn something out of it. If you have any question, make sure you drop your question on the group where we'll attend to it. Then you have more insight in that.
Now our patterns are ready. This is the insole pattern, the backer board, the shank, which are the most important thing needed for our insole. Let's trace it and cut them. Now, taking the measurement for where our screw will be landing, a measurement of at least 2 centimeters or 1 centimeter is very important, because if it extends that, the shank will not balance properly. So we'll take the same measurement as well on the fiber board or the backer board that we'll be using. Now apply adhesive on the backer board as well as the fiber board, then on the shank itself, so that you can secure them and bury them in between the insole. Remember that when attaching the shank, you are looking at the kind of heel you'll be using. The heel could be a screw heel or a 4-edged nail kind of a heel, and it depends on how you'll be attaching the heel. So you can either create an opening if you're using a screw heel, or in this very one here, I'm making the insole for a block heel. Now create an opening for the screw that will pass through the heel, as well as taking the measurement for the length of 1.5 centimeter based on my measurement. Now as you are attaching the fiber board, make sure you are applying it carefully to fold the edges and to fold with the shape of the shank carefully. As you do that, you will discover that it's taking the shape of the high heel. Now the insole is almost ready. What you do next now is to skive the edges and rough the edges so that it could be uniform, as well as to skive the bottom part of it to fit. As you can see, it's fitting exactly with the heel. Rough the edges and give it a nice finish on the edges, then skive the bottom part of it to be smooth and even, not to have a blocky parts. Now making the insole is one of the most important part of the heel, because you need the cushioning material that will make it comfortable on the wearer's foot. If the fiber board is rigid, it could create some aches, especially at the back part of the shoe. So as the wearer wears the shoe, it will have contact with the nail or the screw that has been driven into the heel. So it will create discomfort. You need a sock-in that will help in addressing that. Now I'm creating two patterns for the insole. That's the 3/4 of the full length on the front part. I'll wrap it. Then the back part, I'll leave it just a sock-in and create a soft material again, at least with a 1 centimeter difference or 2 centimeter difference in between. That's for the back part of the sock, where I will use for my soft EVA material. That's a marker that I'll be using at the back part to make it soft for the wearer. All this will be attached at the end of the lasting. That's the back part of the sock. After lasting the shoe and the nails were driven, or the screw were driven into the heel, or whatever you're using to drive in to the heel, then you now attach the sock in. I'm using a leather material for the insole, because one of the quality of a leather material is it absorbs moisture away from the shoe, and it will make your shoe at least not to smell. That's one of the quality of a good leather for insole. Now this is the first part of the insole. That's the sock, the back part of the sock. Trace it and cut it out. After cutting it out, we now create the inner pattern of the second part. That's for the marco that will be in between the sock, so that it will have a cushioning material. Now I'm tracing out the marco design now. So I'm reducing at least 10 millimeter away to get that of the marco that will rest in between the sock of the back part. Now this is my soft marco, precisely, not a thick, not a strong one, but a very soft one that will be comfortable on the wearer's foot. It's very, very important because you want it to be comfortable, not something that will be aching. So this is how it's going to rest on the insole skivit, so that it should have a uniform view inside and the wearer will be comfortable. Apply adhesive and attach it to the back part of the sock. Then your sock is ready and our insole is also ready. You can ask your questions on the group where we'll attend to you. That's for the paid class. And if you're still following us also, if not like the page, make sure you like our page and click on the notification button for subsequent videos on how to make sure